Hello and welcome to this Codex channel. We collect buckets. We'll start from the tiers of enemies. Today we're going to go over a normal video, gameplay video, 3 games against some of the meta decks, which is nice for a change, on my more competitive deck, my Noble 600 deck. Why is it called Noble 600? Because there's a poem in high school called Charge of the Light Brigade, which this deck was based on before. Cheerio style Charge of the Light Brigade, and in one of the verses it talks about Noble 600. It's about this cavalry army that gets absolutely obliterated by cannon fire. Anyways, that poem stuck with me for a while, and I just thought of it when doing the Cheerios, Charge of the Light Brigade, that type of thing. So we'll go through the deck now. Pretty straightforward, traditional Boltyn deck. Raiden. We've got. Where are we? I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. We've got our being bravados, which we don't leave home without. Bolt of Courage. Yellow could be replaced with Yellow Take Flight, but I don't like 2 card in this meta. We're doing 2 cards or 4 or 5 cards. We're not doing 3 cards. 3 cards seems to be, unless you're getting the value out of 3 cards, like E-Strike into something. Then sure, yeah, 3 cards. But if we're going a 3-card 6, 3-card 7 with Take Flight, is definitely not where we want to be in this meta. Red Engulfing Light, Express Lightning, good 1-carder, good chain ender. Illuminate, good 1-carder, good chain ender. Light the Way, good in this meta because people don't like to block. Against people that like to block, don't rely on it to get through, unless you got a pump in hand, or it's attached to a quicken token, something like that. Snatch, great 1-card hand, great chain ender, bad blocker. Take Flight, the one of in the main deck, 2 more in sideboard. Why? I don't know. It's mainly to do with this number here. So when I sideboard stuff in, generally I put in 1 Take Flight to make that 60. Bannerets, yeah, we don't really talk too much about Bannerets. Banner of Courage, Banner of Gantry, that's very good. Beacon of Victory, Luminous Ascension, very good cards in this meta. Very good 3-card hands for Lumina. Double Luminas win you games. Beacon of Victory searches for Lumina. Beacon of Victory searches for Snatch, searches for Illuminate. Bolt of Courage, just such a good card. And then Spirit Arena, Be the Vanguard. Not as good in this meta, but in the Tunic games that we play is absolutely essential to pump through that damage. And then Warcry of Bologna, the new card from the latest set, which is proving to be pretty good, making our Lumina turns better, which I think is fine. I don't mind having better Lumina turns, but I'd rather have better cards in general. All our cards are a bit underrated nowadays. 0 for 3 instead of 0 for 4. If you look at Leave No Witnesses, just something like Scar for Scar, trading 1 value of attack for 1, losing 1 value of block. Oath for Syndra and Fang. I'm sure there's a lot of rares that are 0 for 4s that I just can't think of in Syndra's deck, Blaze Hedgelong, in Aurora's deck, Flittering, whatever it's called. They have so much 0 for 4 options available to them, a couple 0 for 5s, even 0 for 6s, that it really makes our cards seem a little bit like a joke. But as soon as I think if these go to 0 for 4s, adding Boltyn's buff to it, it becomes a little bit too good. I think that's the problem at the moment. Maybe they could have given us Go Again easier instead of the power down here. They could have given us easier ways to get Go Again. Anyways, we don't have that. We are where we are. Sideboard. I have now 2 Command and Conquerors, which I like against Assassin, against Verdance, Florian, anyone with a lot of D-Reacts. Command and Conquer is good. And against Assassin especially, it's good because of Codex. You could bring it back and threaten their arsenal because they're going to ponder in something. A lot of decks do not play Crown of Providence anymore. So stock of this has risen. Is it necessary? I don't think so. I like it a lot, but I might change it for Banneret of Protection. Courteous Steel Hand I love. I wish I could play 3. I took 1 out for Kabuto, which I think is necessary. It's just so good in the mirror, the Warrior Mirror. Sink Below, super efficient. D-React, I've been banging on about this card for like 3 or 4 months now. Just on repeat. So play it. If you don't play it, it's so good. It plays into the efficiency of the hands that we want. Again, we don't want to play 3 card 6s, 3 card 7s. Sink Below is a 1 card 4, where we can't get it on offense. At least on offense, we can get it on defense. I think that's where our value comes from. We can't get 0 for 4 attack power, but we can get 0 for 4 defense power. Sink Below is not is generic, but Saving Grace, our armor blocks, we get value out of that. Take Flight and Valiant Thrust we need against the decks that we don't block, that we're playing Tunic. And Valiant Thrust is a 1 card 7. 1 card, I mean, it's 1 card out of your deck, does 7 damage, which is important for the fatigue matchups. Bolting Blade, when you're playing Tunic, Celestial Cataclysm, I play in every matchup, 1 of at least, 3 of in the aggro matchups when we're defensive, because we can get the soul. It's just such an efficient 0 for 7 card if you got the soul, and generally we can get the soul. Saving Grace, very good. Tenacity, this card people put in Remembrance or Poison the Well. Poison the Well I think is very good, but it's very niche. When it works very well. Remembrance, it takes a card out of your hand to put power cards back into your deck, so it's like an investment for the future, and sometimes that's too slow. Against dirtly decks it's great, but Tenacity I find is a nice midpoint where you're not getting 15 20 points of value out of it because you're putting a Via the Vanguard back in your deck, but you are getting an immediate 5, 6, 7 points of value out of it, which is sometimes more important. 1 bird in hand is worth 2 in the forest, whatever that expression is, and the rest is just normal equipment. Let's check out the results. As I mentioned, this is my highest performing deck, best performing deck, if the results ever show up. Here we go. Let's go to my results. So almost 400 games, 74%, pretty damn good. And I mean, you can see recently I've been up to 80%, I think, win rates. You can just see some of these very good days. 8 out of 8. Here I was on a 13 game win streak or something. Ended up winning 27 out of my 30 games. And then I bumped into a couple Florians and Fangs and things. As you can see here, my Florian matchup is pretty bad. My Fang matchup is okay. It's getting better with Kabuto. But the other matchups are pretty good. I've been losing a little bit to Aurora more than I'd like. Right now it's about just over 66%. Syndra's fine. Ira's fine. The rest of it is pretty much okay. You know, I don't mind. We're looking at Marionette also doing pretty good. Slippy, I lost my first 3 games. I lost against Slippy the first 3 times I played him, and then I sort of sussed out the matchup, and I've gone on to win quite comfortably in the rest. Yeah, I think I'm still happy with Boltyn and his place, but I've always been that way. Yeah, I think with the right strategy we can take on most decks. My biggest fear is meeting Florians, because if they when decks know how to block us, it becomes very difficult. Very, very difficult. If they block efficiently, if they don't turn on our Boltyn power, then it becomes just really, really difficult. Yeah, let's get into the games now. I got 3 games to show you guys. Sorry, let's save this. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, here we go. VLC. Where are we? Here. Okay, so our first game is against Aurora. Let me turn off volume here. First game is against Aurora. I got this on 2x speed. Let's see. So we've got our matchup guide on the right hand side there. We click Aurora. You can see what's out. I don't like putting take flights in against Aurora, but that last take flight is better than Tenacity's Valiant Thrust. It's just a better option versus the rest. So, and in case we need it, in case we start, we go second, or we get pressure on, then it's nice to draw it when they just block the full hand. Let's see. Okay, and let the games begin. Here we have a great start. Light the Way, charging, Banner of Gallantry, Arsenal, Luminous Ascension. Guaranteed Luminous Ascension next turn. I think I messed this up because I attack with Engulfing Light, which is just my natural reaction to do. If it was turn 3, Engulfing Light would probably... No, maybe not. Even Light the Way would be better because you'd force them to block the card, right? Bit stupid. Lose 1 value here of soul, potentially. Because we're getting go again regardless. So Light the Way isn't going to do anything for us. The text box is basically empty. Yeah. And then he blocks and uses Electromagnetic Somersault, which is a hell of a card. I really like it. Well, I don't like it, but I think it's really good for them. Yeah, I think here my computer's not cooperating with me. Oh yeah, and now we draw into a fantastic hand of Lumina, Warcry, Bologna. So I think at this point we sort of know we're gonna win. We don't need to, no, but we're gonna get a massive advantage by the end of our turn. They could attack with everything they want now. The only thing that I wouldn't want to hit is a CNC. Or, yeah, maybe a snatch. If they end the turn with a snatch, I might block that as well with armor. But for now, I'm just taking everything. I think he redid it. Yeah, he redid it. So he can get the go again on this card instead. So he's coming in for 5 plus 7. So 12 damage off of 3 cards, which is basically 4/4/4. Standard Aurora math. And this is how we win, which is kind of annoying. We like, where are we? I'll pause here. I really don't like relying on double luminas to win a game, and recording this game and showing it to you. So it's not much learning here. Yeah, I drew 2 luminas in Warcry. It's no skill whatsoever. We have that capability of doing it. In a tournament, I would happily accept it. In practice, I would rather have to fight for the win a bit more. Lumina. He's not royal, so he does have a few more blocks. Yeah, nice. So 7/7/7, 21. Plus 6 value of life gain, potentially. Fully block out. Nice. And then last one. Here I think he has a sink below. He does not. He has a sigil of suffering, and he realizes that it's not going to block me out. And so he wants to redo the turn. Kind of annoying. He blames it on he's on his phone, and he can't read, but he has the ability to type. So, like, Soulbond is there to see. I know it's not a popular matchup or a common matchup, so it's just, yeah, it's just gotten to the point for me that it's happened so often. It's like, just read the cards, guys. Read the cards. I think if I mess up on a Mask of Momentum trigger, I mess up on a Mask of Momentum trigger, because like Torrent of Tempo, for example, I didn't realize you can flick knife on attack 2, hit with Torrent Tempo for the third hit, even though you only have 2 chain links. I didn't know that. If I knew, if I wouldn't go back and say, oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's me. Anyways, and maybe I've just played a little bit too much, where people have asked for redos just because they're not reading my cards. Is what it is. Takes us. The thing now here, he blocks totally differently. He even now blocks with his Crown of Providence instead of the normal block. But I guess it's Talishar. That's what you're going to come up against. And yeah, it's not a serious game. Not a serious match. Sigils. At least we get rid of the Sigili. And now I think he just takes it because he wants to keep his hand. Go hard. And it's like we get Lumina number 3 by turn 3. So pretty happy here. And we don't even need to use the Courageous Steel hand now. We can save it for later. He just did 8 damage, arsenaled, fine, whatever. No, he did a bit more than 8, sorry, he did, because I gained life, so, but still, yeah. Like, I'm gonna do 5, 4, 4, 13 damage now, plus life gain, so I might go to 22, he might go down to 11, then, at that point, I should be able to threaten lethal, especially with the Courageous Steel hand in my arsenal, and 8 armor block up available. I should start to block my armor soon, though, so I get most value out of it. Especially the Soul Bond and Iron Song versus, so I get the 2 block and the 1 block instead of just the 2 block. I have Courageous Steel hand if he blocks. And if he doesn't block, great. If he blocks, he needs to use a couple cards. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but we can get rid of Spirit of Arena with our helmet. See what we draw. And yeah, he used Channel Lightning Valley, which is fine. It just gave him 1 card. He basically he cycled a card with it, so he hasn't got any advantage out of it just yet. If he can keep it for a couple turns, then yeah, we're in lots of trouble. Here, we'll just always keep 6 armor block up, just in case there's a CNC. Now we draw into Snatch. I think that's pretty much the writing on the wall. He plays that ping card, which is fine. He loses the 4 value out of it, but he gets the 4 value with the physical attack. This guy, again. So we should actually block here. But, whatever. Because I think we knew he had that in hand, I think. And now we got 2 Courageous Steel hands. We got multiple draws. We've got, yeah. Ba-ding, ba-ding. That's not a great draw, but it doesn't matter because we have Snatch and we can draw something else with Snatch. I consider going sword first, but I definitely want to give snatch go again. Maybe I could have pitched to Iron Song versus, hit with sword, create a courage token, and then gone into the snatch. That was also an option. I did this instead, forced him to have something. He does not, and that is the game. And look, we've got 19 value per turn, which is incredible. Not normal. His hand is just no blocks there, but he could have gone pretty heavy with snatch go again, lightning press, electromagnetic somersault. Yeah, so he could have done a fair bit of damage there. Just too quick. Next we play against a new. You can see my sideboard here. I kept my deck at 65. I think going over 65 is maybe a bit too much. It dilutes your deck a bit more than you'd like. I took out 2 snatches to put into tenacities because I think they like to block. 1 CNC is in, and then we have an armor suite of, you'll see in a second. There we go, 6 block and armor, which is the CNC from Codex CNC or something like that, which I like. Or you can do, you can block two times, leave no witnesses. Here I opt to put Command and Conquer in the graveyard, so I get it back with Codex, and then I pitch Beacon of Victory because I have no soul. It's going to be pretty useless for a while. Here's an easy block. We don't really have to worry about the arsenal at this point. If he does play Codex, then we got Saving Grace to block it out. And he masks here. Totally fine. We get swing back for 7, 2 in soul, looking pretty good. He's got no arsenal, so that's nice. Love it when they block like that. I just wouldn't block. I suppose, maybe. Like he instead of preventing 3, prevented 2. But yeah, I don't know. Here this is fine. We can hopefully force some tenacity out of him. Force him to block, so we can use tenacity. He has to block at least once to make it a normal card, twice to make it a little bit better. So we get 1 block. Fantastic. Would you have wanted a Remembrance instead? No, I think still no, because it would just made my turn pretty bad. Here's a tough one. Like, he's got resources, he's got cards. I think we just take it. We just eat it. I'm not. If I block 8, he might have a rousing wave. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth thinking about. He might have mask here, so he takes 2 cards, which is fine. Like for the trade-off, I'm very happy for him to take 2 cards for 4 damage. Instead, he comes in for 8, and of course he'll be. He banishes a Illumina. That hurts a little bit with Spirit out. He takes that card. Fine. Now we just need to think about what we want in Arsenal. I say Illuminate. I just think we'll have more chance to use it than we will. Lumina plus Warcry. I don't want to hold on to my Arsenal for too long. Yeah, now again, we just take it. I just don't know. No matter what, if he takes 1 card, we can get the go agains. So we're okay. Gives it go again. Sure. It is a bit painful, but And then Codex is us. Again, I don't think it's the end of the world here. We can, yeah, save our armor as much as we can. We're not gonna. I don't want to attack with a weakened illuminate. So I'm just gonna go. Oh, he doesn't arsenal, so that's good for us. I don't know what it could be that's not worth arsenaling. Must be some sort of bad blue. Yeah, fine. This is kind of annoying. We don't really have much to do here. Oh, we do have Warband of Bologna. So the Warband, and because we've got Spirit out, we can take advantage of our Lumina Ascension. We're at low life though. We need to really push damage through. I think we can though. We're doing a minimum of 12 here. If we draw yellow, we're doing more because of Bolting Blade. We draw red. I think that's fine. So we're doing 15 damage here. Illuminate. The order I don't think is too important. He knows what I have. It's pretty much public knowledge. Illuminate's not, but he knows I'm going to attack with my sword again. No, but I think I had to do that, right? So that I can get the go again. So yeah, I had to do that. Because if I attacked with Illuminate after the sword, I wouldn't have go again. Here I could have pitched red, engulfing plus tunic. Oops, what am I doing? Plus tunic to hit with Bolting Blade. But I'd rather keep it now that tunic is up. Like here, I could have potentially, well, no, not now because of leaving no witnesses, but I could have potentially gone tunic, take flight, that type of thing. Now he doesn't have go again here, unless he's got a path well traveled. But outside of that, he has no go again. So we opt to do this and then come in with Beam Bravado. Here's the path well traveled. So, and life gain. And then this, what's this going to be? Codex, fine. So his last Codex is on the bottom of his deck somewhere. We can block like, yeah, I think we just block it out. We don't need to use our armor at this point. And then we hope for a nice Via the Vanguard turn and no disruption, but hoping for no disruption against, oh, there we go, against new is like hoping for I don't know what. Oh, he's up to block my whole hand. He's got no, like I said, he's got no go again potential. He could go like none of these cards are a good one card hander. Maybe I could have done Light the Way. Kept Light the Way and block for 9, but no point. We'll wait for him to give us a window. Here's nice. I think he's probably gonna go with, I'm thinking here, let me pause it. I'm thinking here Mask and Just a Nick. Those are the two. If he does 2 Just a Nicks, I'm in a bit of trouble. But I haven't checked his graveyard. I know he blocked with 1. It could be 1 Just a Nick and Mask. So we got the Just a Nick. Oh, I think I get rid of, yeah. Okay, I think this is fine. We'll be able to draw a card here. And hopefully it's a yellow. Yep, that's fine. I wasn't gonna go over 7 block with my soul. And we are back to Even Stevens. Oof, this ain't good. Here, I made a mistake. I should have blocked with a non-action card. I don't know why I did this. Gave him a free life. Didn't need to do that. I could have blocked with the Warcry instead. And because there's not much for me to do, I'll just attack with Boltyn Blade. So that's a pretty bad hand. 3 card 7, which I spoke about we don't want. This is a very annoying hand because I ain't got nothing here, right? So what I have to do is give up Courageous Steelhand, go down to 3 life. Let's pause it because it's a difficult decision, right? I could block with 1, 2 armor, beacon, and then attack back for. Yeah, it's just a very bad attack. I just don't think it's worth doing. But taking 6 life hurts when the game is this close. My deck is running out. Oh yeah, so I do have a lot of soul, so that's good. So I think I could push quite a bit of damage in, and then I could pick up a snatch, maybe force them to block. And then keep Sink Below in Arsenal. Yeah, nice. Okay, this is pretty good. And now we just block with armor. We don't need to lose our cards here. I'm thinking about Warcry Bologna being a nice, tricky finisher, but we can't. We're not close enough yet, and we have no other yellows, so we have to charge it. That's fine. I think he's blocking a little bit too much, but I guess we're on 12 cards left. You might as well block, right? And I don't know, do I charge here? I don't think I do. No, I think my deck size is too low. Oh, he gives me the go again. Nice. What's he got though? That's a question. Here, yeah, again a bad hand. A 4 card 7. I wouldn't risk charging a Bolt of Courage because he could just block with Hiss. I'm checking for his D-Reacts. I think he's got 1 left. Here's a nice little hand, and we just hope he doesn't have something to kill us. We do have Sink Below in Arsenal. We do have Tunic up next, so we can take this and then see what he pumps up next. Gain life. Oh, that's not good. Okay, but now at least we've got some pressure. I think he's got 1 sigil left. We're in set. We have 2 hands left, which is not ideal. I don't even know what cards we have left at this point. We have to attack with this, so we get the go again. Not good to see that. He has 15 cards left, so at this point I'm thinking of his 15 cards, 6 of those don't block. So over a third of his cards don't block. Nice. And this hand here, I think it's our final hand, one of our final hands, and it's just super lucky. We could have, we could go either way. We can sword and trick him with Warcry, but he might have a D-React. I think the safest route is CNC because he has no way to block it with D-Reacts. It's gonna go to 7. Yeah. And luckily we got the quicken token with that, otherwise we'd just be in a lot of trouble. And now, yeah, I don't think he has. I think, we were quite lucky with his last hand. And he's got no block. Cool, good game, very close. A little bit scary towards the end there. Let me put in this. That's 2. Very scary towards the end with such a small deck size. I don't think we're particularly lucky or unlucky. I don't think he was particularly lucky or unlucky. It was just the way the game went. And let's go to our final game. We are playing Mario. Here we go. I think it's the same, similar. Oh no, it's not the same as new. I have the matchup guide on my right here. I did put in 2 tenacities to go to 63 cards. It is a soul bond matchup where they are aggressive and we are blocking. They're going first. We are potentially using our boots turn 0. So I make a mistake here because I want to keep Warcry Bologna. Yeah. And then we charge Bolt of Courage. If he hits and gets go again, things like that, fine. I think we're okay to accept this. But I really want the Quicken token because I got Bolt of Courage and Courageous Steel Hand. He's gonna have to. Oh, okay, never mind. I did use Warcry Bologna. We still blocked with our Soul Bond. We managed to block. I think he forgets something. Shred, yep. And then I don't know if he marks us now or if he flicks a knife. I think he marks us, yeah. So we can attack with Bolt of Courage and save Bolting Blade for next turn. His Tarantula is not scary because his go again is just not there. If he doesn't block this, we obviously don't use Courageous Steel Hand. Let's see what we draw. So this Cataclysm kind of annoying. What we can do here is sword, then charge Beam Bravado. Just so we use our hand and we gain 1 more soul. Now having Courageous Steel Hand and Arsenal means we have our go agains. Light the Way, Illuminate. Pretty good. We'll just block with Tenacity if we have to. Tarantula Toxin, very good card. 0 for 6 on some cards. 0 for 3 at its worst. Yeah, if he wants to pump it, he can pump it, fine. I'm going to lose my mark at least, which is nice. He's not going to, yeah, so he IP'd himself with the draw. Now again, if he doesn't block here, we keep Courageous Steel Hand. There's no need to use it. It's just 3 vanilla damage if he doesn't block. We need to save it for an on-hit. Or a go again. Okay, so that's nice. He lets that hit. We get a good 8-point lead. Soul is looking very good. Here we're okay as well because of... I mean, we don't have a yellow to charge for the helm. And use Saving Grace. It's kind of annoying. But I reckon at this point... So, the reason why I'm blocking here is because he saved 4 or 5 cards. He saved 5 cards. And that tells me he's probably looking to mark me. And he can mark me with a flick, but then he loses daggers. I just feel like if I can prevent the mark for as long as possible, I'm in a good spot. This turn anyways. If I can keep... I can block with one card still here, right? Okay, trapdoor. This is looking like... I don't know what it's looking like. A red back, okay. Could have been just Nick. Fine, 6 damage. Totally fine. This could be a... Yeah, Codex. Also fine. We can just block with Saving Grace. Or Illuminate. Doesn't matter. Both of them are going away. And then we could end this chain with Snatch. Which I think is more important for us than Illuminate. Because our soul is pretty good. And we're likely to hit off Engulfing Light. Okay, that's annoying. It turns Snatch's text off. You just let us draw, and then it goes under our deck anyways. He transforms into something. I don't think it's too important. It's the one that gets the graphene. Graphene? The dagger. And gives it +3. Excuse me. Or gives the next stealth card +3 or something. Okie dokie. This is... We have to risk this now. Luckily we get what we want. And we just pray for no disruption. This I'm happy to block 3 here, just so I don't get marked. Infect for 6, totally fine. We're going to prevent one of that with our soul bond. I mean, one of the it's for 8 essentially. Here I'm thinking Tenacity or Warcry. I put Tenacity on there because I feel like he's not blocking much. And we're going to have to break the chain right now, regardless, to play Lumina. Lumina. Pretty good turn. I don't know why I did 2. Let's pause there quickly. I don't know why I did 2. I didn't do the math. When the life totals this like this, you have to do the math. Are you threatening lethal? Are you forcing a card out of the hand? I think 2, X equals 2 will force a card out of the hand because now I'm doing 12 points of damage. And that means they need to block with a card plus armor if it's an attack action. If it's a non-attack action, they can block with a card plus armor. They can't just block with armor. They can't just block with 1 card. Maybe I should have done 3 or 4 even to make it 2 cards. I don't know. But our life total is so good, we don't need to worry about wasting our soul for no reason. I think he just gave up. Like, at that point, very good Lumina turn with Warcry Bologna. Only attack actions in hand, I think. I can't see that last card up there. Torrential Toxin, sorry. That's Torrential Toxin. So maybe you could block the Torrential Toxin and something. And Tunic, the first swing, and then 2 cards in the second swing. But still, it would put you down to like a painfully low amount of life, right? And puts me up pretty high. I don't know what I had coming up next. Maybe I check. Do I check? I normally check. Yeah, pretty solid turns. I would have, so Banner of Cards would have gone into my soul. I would have drawn, not great. Still a lot of damage, but just not amazing. It would have been 4, 4, 8, 16 points of damage. And then I could have gone Command and Conquer, but that, yeah, it's not amazing. Yeah, so those are 3 games. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. This deck feels good. I do enjoy it. I think it's doing me pretty good in terms of results wise. Where are we? Here it is. So the only issues that I have so far are with Florian. Major from the meta decks, Florian is the major one. Enigma I haven't played in a while, so I don't know what that's looking like. CIB decks I haven't played in a while. I just haven't seen them online. Jarl I think could be a problem, but the fatigue style Jarl. My deck isn't built too well to combat fatigue, but it's still okay. The damage we can represent is high, and forces them to really think about their blocks and you know, when we end the chain with a Valiant Thrust or something, pretty damn good. Before I go, I just wanted to say one thing. I want to say thank you to the owner, the business owner of Codex Journals. Now, I haven't been paid in any way or asked to, or this is 100% me saying it. Let's see if I can get a bigger shot of this. Big me. Yeah, so this is what it is. It's let's put this out. Let's put this here. It is a journal for gamers like you and myself, and inside what you get is life tracker page, player 1, player 2, and then you get sort of a journal page. So you get to say, okay, I've been playing, this is my Boltyn journal, I'm playing Verdance, whatever tier it is, and things like that, and you can put in your comments in here and come back to it in a later date and feel like, you know, I misplayed because of XYZ. This card was really good, that card wasn't so good. So it's a pretty useful thing. Like, I haven't started using it just yet, but no matter, at the bare minimum, I'm going to use it for life tracker, right? Bare minimum. If I'm sort of building up to an event, then I'll be doing the match information. I think especially draft and limited stuff, this would help. For CC games that I mostly play, I'm sure it'll help as well. I will update you guys on how I've used it and how I've enjoyed it. But it can't be bad. What I do currently is I use February to get my Talishar results, and then do that. But it's very like superficial in that I only really see. What am I looking at? Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. I only really see win rates. I don't see why I'm winning, why I'm losing. And I think what I would like to know, because I forget, you know, I'm 300, 400 games in, I forget certain matchups. What would be good to know is what cards are good, what cards are not good. How is Tenacity, Remembrance, Poison the Will, how have those cards, these 6 cards that I want, how those cards have been performing? Maybe, you know what, and what this does as well, I mean, it does give you, on Talishar I'm talking about, it does give you, where is it, you know, your card usage. There should be something here that says percentage, or is it here? No. Yeah, percentage. Yeah, this, I like this over here because it tells me what cards I use a lot, what cards I don't use a lot, but doesn't, still not the full end, the full story. For example, Warcry Bologna, I don't use it often. 40%, actually it's quite high. 14%, 11%, Courage tokens, Courage, Banneret, Tenacity, 50%. Yeah, so this is kind of useful. Now, I've spoken to the creator of this book, this journal. His link is down below. You can check in my comment section. Look out for it for yourself. And I spoke to him a little bit about it, mainly about what's it called? The digital version. Right now, it's a PDF style version where you fill it in just as you would the book. Hopefully, what will come down the line, and he'll be able to update on this. This is just my preference. I'm not talking for him at all. this is just me talking, is filtering. So you could filter all the verdance matchups, all the fluorine matchups, and you can put bullet points, and maybe you can see, okay, 6 times I've said I like to go first. 6 times I said I wish I had D-Reacts in this matchup. 6 times I said whatever, you know. So you can sort of collate that data, and that's what February doesn't do. Of course, you can leave comments in it and stuff, but it just becomes a little bit difficult to sift through it that way. If that were to happen with Codex Journals, it'd become more of an app and less of a journal type thing. But again, that's just me talking. And if you want more information, you could go onto his website, send him an email, and figure out that way how you want to do it. Handy little book. Again, he didn't ask me to do it. He didn't ask me to sponsor it. He's watched my videos and he said, I would like to give you this out of, and thank you so much, by the way, for providing me this little gift. He liked my videos, helped him with his Boltyn gameplay, and he thought to repay that, he got me this codex. I've had it for a couple days now. I don't play much paper. That's the problem. I think when I start playing paper armories, I'll be bringing this along for sure. Cool. Again, on my description below in the comment section, you can check it out. Until then, have a good one. Poof.